There is no time. Go now and protect your people. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Benedict. This is Chapter 2, the Hayabusa Ninja Village. We're playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma on Master Ninja difficulty mode. So, we have cleared the very first stage, and a lot of it's going to be downhill from here, although it does ascend into some really difficult parts as we progress into some of the later stages. But for now, you could rest on your laurels and take comfort in the fact that you defeated the most difficult area of the game. One of the most difficult areas, I should say. So the very first body we encountered in this game, the very first body we in fact looted, it said this: this ninja had gaping holes in his defenses. He never would have been able to survive in this world anyway. I thought that was a very good quotation to illustrate the fact that how brutal this game is. It really underscores how merciless this game is. No mercy for the player whatsoever. You have to bring your skill to the table all the time, and you have to constantly be on guard. So this is one of my favorite levels, in fact. I like the layout of this level. It's really beautiful, this whole level, though, the leaves falling here, and the music is really intense and dramatic, and it really gives you a sense that this guy is looking for some vengeance. So I do like to cut through these bats and then charge with the red UT. And then after these guys, it does give you more money that way. You want to grab the art of the fire wheels here, and the odd thing is that it doesn't auto equip, so you do need to go into the menu and equip it. So head on down this lift, and do remember that once it stops, that you need to turn around and grab this treasure box here, which contains a spiritual elixir. Oh, excuse me, the elixir of spiritual life. And then you want to do a wall run over here. There's nothing below. I like to jump to the left and then start charging, because there's going to be several samurai approaching here, and you can get off a red UT on these guys. The main move you need to do on these guys is the helmet splitter move, like right there. Pound them into the ground, and then jab at them with the triangle button when they're groveling on the ground for life. It's the best way to deal with them, because they constantly block your attacks, and it's hard to even get in an attack on these guys. So I got a beheading over there. I'm going to go back over here and get this treasure box. It's a smoke bomb. And now over here, this area where you slide down this hill, you could actually grab onto these branches down here. I'll show you in a bit. And the first time I did this guide, I thought it was to expedite an on-landing charge, and it is. You do expedite the on-landing charge, but even if you fail the on-landing charge, you have plenty of time to prepare a red UT and deal some heavy damage to these samurai. I also want to mention that when you are doing the red UT, or also the blue UT for that matter, you can move the left analog stick, you see, like I did right there, to distribute hit damage to multiple foes. So that's what I did there. And if you do that, you do run the risk of not killing an enemy entirely. So that was my bad. You cannot move the left analog stick when you're doing the blue UT, but rather the red UT. So I'm doing the helmet splitter with the Azuna drop, and I realized that I don't have the ability to do the Azuna drop, but you can do most of the combo hits of the Azuna drop up until like the last attack. So it ends with the helmet splitter move, as you can see right there. Very effective on these guys, because they love to block. So just take that in mind. They're pretty difficult too. The main thing about how hard this game is because your hit damage, you take a lot more hits. So and obviously you deal less damage than you would ordinarily on easier difficulties. So that's Master Ninja mode. You want to head on down here and get these items. I am going to be getting every single item in this game, and every item that I get, they're all going to be referenced in the event logs, in the descriptions, in all my videos. So if you ever need to find an item, it's going to be very easy for you to just go on to each video and click in the description in the time code to find the videos, and it'll take you right to the item. So this game does not cater to the players, but I'm making my guide as I'm catering to you guys. So I'm trying to help you out. This game doesn't give you any help. Very inconsiderate at times, and very merciless. So over here, we're going to be facing a new foe, namely the mages. So the best way to deal with the mages is to block all of their attacks, and even when they're throwing their magic attacks at you, it will break your guard, However, it only gives you a little slight amount of damage. So slight, it's not even hardly anything. And I go over here at first to get a red charge off on this samurai who rushes you. The mage does not come over here; he stays below. And there's going to be a lot of there's going to be more samurais and more mages. It's hard to dodge the mage's magic attack. So blocking is the amount of damage I got done from the magic attack there, much more significant damage than just blocking and taking a little bit of damage. And when they teleport to you, they will start in with a really quick combo with their size, which is completely blockable. You see that combo right there? I think his partner even did it. See all these combo hits? They're all blockable. None of their attacks are going to block your, break your guard, except for their magic attacks. So it's just very hard to dodge their magic attacks. You have to dodge at the last second. And if you're good at dodging those attacks, by all means, dodge if you don't want to take damage. But since you're on guard so much, it's just really effective to just block. So activated the art of the fire wheels on these guys, and this is a very I enjoy this level immensely. It's things really start to get out of control. Some of the later levels, you're fighting a lot of fiends and stuff like that. So I do enjoy the standard samurais and ninjas in this stage. There is a couple of areas over here that you can interact with, but the only one that you could completely interact with as far as completing a puzzle is the one where you pick up the statue's head. So I'm going to be doing that. See, there's quite a few enemies over here, and also and even if you don't see me saving it after each wave of enemies, I do go back and save it each time because there's, like I said, this game has zero checkpoints, no checkpoints whatsoever. So each time you die, it's really old school. So you're going to start right back at the save point, at the save statue. So you have to always bear that in mind. There's no checkpoints even on the bosses. It's really inconvenient. Jab at that guy with the downward thrust. We killed him, and that wave is clear. This enemy has nothing on his body, so you do need to pick up the statue head over here. And you want to pick up every single item in this game. There are 45 Life of the Gods, meaning that there's going to be 5 health upgrades, so you need to get every single one of those. Every single Life of the Gods, so don't worry about missing any. I'm going to be getting every single one. But you do want to head on back to the save point over here and save the fact that you beat that wave and you did well, and you didn't have to waste too many items. So up here we're going to be running into Ayani. She's the one that's been helping us thus far, and she's going to give us the bow right there. So you want to head on down here. And look at this, the corpse of another fallen ninja. What were his last thoughts as he slipped off into the darkness? That's poetry right there. That is sheer poetry. So you want to head on over here to the save statue. It's going to give you a little scene with Muramasa. What I like to do right off the bat is get the armlet of the moon. Now, you could take your pick. If you want to deal more damage, then you can get the armlet of the sun. But I prefer to be able to be a little bit more resilient as far as my hit points. So I always prefer to get the armlet of the moon and pick that up right off the bat. These loading screens here, I edited out every single one in the very first video, but that was the only time I was going to do that. I apologize, but the game has loading screens. They're they're all the time, and I can't help them. I did it in Chapter 1. I just, because it was going to start off my video really nicely, have a nice video, but this one, I'm not going to do it, and every other one, so you just have to bear with the loading screens. This is kind of hard because you're in kind of a cramped area over here. That body over there behind us has nothing on his person, so don't bother about looting him. You could use your Ninpo here because you're going to be interacting with some of see those targets on the boards. Those are going to refill your Ninpo. You only have one slot anyway, so you can get 10 orbs per target. So here it's an instance where you really need to block all the magic attacks of these mages. Get in these hits with the UTs. You see how I distributed the hit point damage there by moving the left analog stick during the red UT kill. These mages are very fun to fight. it's fun to find an enemy's weak point and just go to town on him. So got a nice more obviously when you kill an enemy with a red UT you get more yellow essence. So over here is an opportunity to get some health, magic, and money. So I would hit 5 of these orbs and then run to get them, because if you try to get all 10 at once, then what happens is when you go to the targets, then the 5 you got at first will disappear. So they will just absorb into the atmosphere. So there's some Ninpo. So I'm going to get some money up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go over to the target and then hopefully grab that Ninpo before it too disappears. So I'm going to get the rest of these 5 orbs. So it equals $100 per orb. So you get $1,000. And even though you don't see me save over here, I did go back and save it. Save my data definitely, because it's going to be quite a hard battle over here. And I do go ahead and purchase some items over here. However, I edited out me going back and saving it, so you do want to go back and save it over here. And I picked up the Art of the Inferno. These battles are very good opportunities to get money, so you definitely want to have as many great elixirs as you possibly can, and also you want to have preferably 5 small potions, because this area up ahead is very very grating on the player. It's hard not to take damage. It's very tedious. There is perhaps a dozen of these horse soldiers that you need to kill, with the mages riding on them, and they have their riding crop pants, and they're pretty cool. But the problem here is that it's hard to find a safe spot to stand. But the spot you're seeing me stand in is the safest spot to stand. And so you just want to go into this little crevice here. And the idea here is that once the camera pans away from you, that's your notification that the enemies are nearing you. So don't think to yourself that this is a bad spot because your visibility is down. It's not. You get hit. You don't get hit with arrows where I'm standing, and I think it's due to the fact that you're not actually looking at the enemies. You're kind of just not looking at them, obviously. So when the camera pans away from you, you definitely need to release your charge, and then start blocking. If you fail the red UT, like if you can't get it off in time, then these guys will grab you and drag you around the course, and you will get damaged very severely. So if the camera's moving away from you and you just can't get the charge off, just definitely release the button and start blocking. It's a very good technique. There's really no good place to stand in this area, save for the place that I'm standing in. It's the only place that I encountered where you get like a moment's peace, you know. So you get $100 for every horse that you slay, and then for every one of these mages that you kill, you get $100. So what I like to do is I kill a horse, and then you could either run and get the essence that the horse drops, or you can use the dropped essence from the horse to expedite your charge and then slay the mage that has fallen off his horse. But the only problem I had with that is that getting interrupted with arrows when you're preparing your charge. So what I like to do is just grab the money from the horse and then just deal with the mage. Try to behead him, or just do the Azuna drop combo as much as you can get it in, as much as it lets you get it in without having the technique scroll for the Azuna drop. So you do want to conserve your money here. And what am I saying? Conserve it. You want to save. Obviously, you want to use as few potions as you possibly can. Don't use any of the great potions. Just use the smaller ones. Try to save at least one. If you can't, it's okay. You're gonna have. You can't backtrack to the store, but there's going to be a nice store right next to the save point, as well as another high potion that you can grab off of a body right next to the save store. And that area right before Masakado, the official boss of this level. Doku, I would say, is technically the boss, but it's a scripted fight which you don't have to win. So there's really no need to even go into that fight with any worries. So this is a long and tedious process, like I said. Just keep doing your charge, keep rolling back into safety, keep if you get most of the time you're just going to get a blue charge off, and that's fine. And if you want to have the Armlet of the Sun equipped, that's your choice. But there's just way too many. You're getting damaged so much here. It's hard not to take damage here. So we got in a red UT charge there. See how much these horses have a lot of HP. So that red UT didn't even kill those horses. It's a real shame. And I experimented with just running around and blind firing arrows at these horses, trying to aim. It was a joke. Trying to aim here at these horses when there's 2 or 3 horses running around the course. It's laughable to try to do that kind of strategy here. So I'm grabbing all these orbs just because I know that I'm going to need to buy quite a few items at the store, as much as I can. From Masakado, which is it's not a hard boss fight whatsoever. It's just hard not to take damage. So these flames are going to conveniently extinguish for us, and we're going to hop over these fallen boards and loot this body, get a great item. That's a $15,000 item right there. On Master Ninja mode, all the prices are increased. So I did edit out my going to the store there. Head on over here, and here's Masakado. If you've played any of the mission modes, you're familiar with this guy. So he's a flaming horse rider here, and you're always going to have to deal with 2 mages over here. And see how much the Art of the Fire Wheels damaged him. It got some pretty good damage off this guy. So you want to block all these mages' attacks, obviously, like you've been doing. And when you can slay them, you want to use the orbs that you net from them to expedite a charge, and hopefully you will make contact with Masakado. He's not that aggressive, and he has a lot of health. You don't have to take all of his health away. He will fall off his horse, and you'll have to face him. And it's a new health bar, but he's very, very easy if you know how to do the helmet splitter move. So here I'm just taking care of the mages. I got the Armlet of the Moon equipped, so I didn't come into this fight with many potions. I used my last low potion there, and try to get off a charge there, and that was a nice one. See all this damage we're dealing with this guy. So if you do have the Armor of the Sun equipped, you're going to be dealing more damage, obviously, but the crux of that is you're going to be taking more damage. So it's just a preference. What would you rather do, So when he falls off his horse, any remaining mages on the map are going to need to be slain by you. Even if you kill him, they're still going to linger, so you need to kill them first of all. And then once you kill any remaining mages, that's the end of their spawn. So all you need to do is deal damage to him. So I wheeled back and killed him. Did some hit damage to him. He's impervious to UTs, so don't try to do those. See how much I raped this guy right there. That was a really good victory. All you need to do there is do the helmet splitter move and the Azuna drop combo as much as you can get it. So that was a nice Life of the Gods. That was the 3rd one of this stage. And over here you're going to get a nice save point. And so you want to definitely save the fact that you beat all that data. And then go up here. And now you get some more samurais and mages. It does kind of get grating on your patience to have to deal with all these enemies over and over again. But it's good practice. It's good practice for blocking and getting that Azuna drop combo. The button combination that I'm pressing is square, triangle, square, square, and then triangle as much as you can. You cannot do obviously we can't pick up enemies and body slam them until the next stage. See the Flying Swallow dealt some good damage there. Got a red UT. So just try to do the Azuna drop combo. Another thing to note about the combo button presses in this game, you don't press the button and wait for the animation to occur for each button. You do it very rapidly. So the Azuna drop is square, triangle, square, 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 triangle, very rapidly. So just don't wait for the animation. Just press it very rapidly, and it will work. When I first played this game, it wasn't working, and none of these combos were working for me. That was because I was waiting. I was pressing one button very slowly, one right after the next. So that's a great item right there. Another $15,000 item. You want to head back and save it because a pretty intense battle inside the burning house. But I did want to point out that this fight in here is completely optional for you. But now that we've got a little more health and at our disposal, now Now we're not so weak as we were in Chapter 1. I decided to duke out this battle and fight everything in here. And it's nothing new here. It's all the same enemies, but a very cramped environment. And bursts of flame will come out at certain points. They can damage the enemies, so it's definitely friendly fire. But this is another area right out of the chapter challenges. The mission modes. My bad. Excuse me. The chapter challenges were in Sigma 2. A lot of content blends into. You see that guy right there? That was hilarious. That guy got burned. He got burned hardcore. So, yeah, this is a mission mode challenge, and so if you're familiar with that challenge, definitely be familiar with this one. So, this is, like I said, completely optional, but you do want to do it. It's nothing bad, and it's very fun. This is I can think of nothing funner than this game on Master Ninja mode. Yes, it is very, very difficult. Yes, you will get pissed off very often, throw your control down, as I do many times, even these days. I am not. I wouldn't consider myself a Master Ninja at this point because I haven't really beat the game. I am going to beat it no matter what, come hell or high water. It's just it's a war at this point. It's a full-on war. Me against this difficulty mode. I'm going to rise to the challenge. Not going to be defeated. So Doku over here. This is a completely scripted battle, meaning you don't have to win. If you do defeat this guy on easier difficulties, you unlock the next difficulty. So when I was playing very hard mode, I was very eager to start playing Master Ninja mode, and I in vain tried to beat this guy, and it's just I can't do it. It's way too difficult at this point. You have no weapons that can defeat this guy with any success. So just allow yourself to be killed and take it in stride. We're going to be moving on to the Skies of Vengeance in the next stage. Everybody take care, and I appreciate the support. Make sure you thumbs up my video if you like it, and take care, everybody. Thanks.